Good morning. Today, in addition to the other YouTube video that I posted, I'm going to go ahead and start something new. I don't know if many YouTubes do this, but what I'm going to do is every month, I'm going to try and cover some of the top YouTube questions and comments and stuff like that from the previous month. This time I'm going to do it from not just the month, from the beginning of the channel. Therefore I can catch up and there shouldn't be as many YouTube comments in the starting versus if this ever gets popular. Okay, so another incentive for you to go ahead and ask me almost any question. Some of the comments I did get emailed, so yeah, let's start off with from Ben Barneveld about 2 weeks ago. If you all are interested in organic stuff, let's face it, you're going to die anyway. Well spoken. Well spoken. I am quite jealous that I cannot find any stuffed with sauerkraut. That was in reference to my pierogi. I personally would rather live healthy and happy, and if you're like, oh my goodness, I can't have any like butter, or I can't have any meat, or if I can't have any food that you really enjoy, what's the point? Would you living till 105 make a massive difference compared to 100? If you live to be 105, you ate nothing but the quote healthiest thing on the planet, and you never got to enjoy new food. You never got to enjoy, for example, every morning I like a bowl of cereal. Is a bowl of cereal healthy? No, it's not. Not gonna pretend it is, but that is my opinion, and I like that he pulled that quote out. Bryant Richardson mentioned those flowers are marijuana in reference to my backyard, and then I commented, oh, thanks for letting me know. But in his defense, he did say just joking shortly afterward. So good one. That was funny, since I have no idea what marijuana is supposed to look like, so I'm just cutting the weeds and I'm like, get that shit out. Alright, it's just Dex said, this was my lawn too when I was down there. Stuff does grow. Yes, a lot of people think, oh my goodness, it's the desert, desolate, looks like the Sahara. Not so. So thank you for that comment, and it's good to know that you had to upkeep your lawn too. David Lynn saying, good morning, sir. I came across your channel and subscribed. Thank you for that. Unlike most people, I always leave a comment when I view a video clip. That is actually very rare, so thank you. I post preparing videos, including Emma Reed reviews. Your menu one gets a like. Keep them coming. Blessings. P.S. I'd advise you to show the channels you support. In my opinion, it will help your channel grow. PPS, or postscript. It would be advisable to include basic information in the About section of your channel. Let's go ahead and hit some of these points. One, thank you very much for commenting. It's very rare to have an active member, and I can't tell you how how many times you've actually commented that I've actually got a lot of information about that I like it. Currently, I don't um, show channels that I support due to the political climate, and some of the channels that I watch are not politically savvy. For example, Forgotten Weapons is a history channel that looks over different weapons from the last 1,000 years. They usually deal with arms such as rifles and muskets and machine guns and some small artillery pieces, but YouTube doesn't really support those channels, and they take those channels out of their um, their algorithm uh, quite quickly. So I'm just trying to play the algorithm a little bit just to start growing my channel. And if I ever get big enough where I can actually go ahead and say, hey, I'm big enough, YouTube algorithm isn't gonna hurt me that much. I'm gonna start going ahead and saying this channel's a good channel. This channel I also appreciate. And there's a lot of things that are deemed, quote, hate speech in modern society, especially the YouTube community, that they immediately censor and demonetize and take out the algorithm. What hate speech is out there? Freedom of speech, freedom of thought. The fact that I say, hey, religion's not a bad thing, demonetized. So that's one thing that I have to play the game for at least now. But that's one thing that I will actually start up once I get to a certain level. And I do have plans somewhat in the long term to mid term on how I'm going to start really expanding my channel, but I have to get a lot of permissions, and I really got to be careful on how I do that. I want to have a whole bunch of skits, both comedy and horror, and really bring back old stories that actually have beginning, middle, end, and actually are authentic. For example, Hetzel and Gretel. That's a good story, but the problem is a lot of their remakes that they do of it are completely politicized. I want a good story. I don't care about your politics. About have a better about section. You know what? That is a good idea. And I've written a couple, but I didn't like it yet. So it's very difficult for me to. I'm not a good orator, I'm not a good writer. So it's very difficult for me to write something that I think is universal throughout my videos, and that's gonna keep me from being censored by YouTube. So it's I am working on it, but I have to work on it a little bit more. But that is a good point. And the fact that you're a prepper, no shame in that. I watched some of your videos, pretty dang good, and I agree with most of your videos. So thank you very much, David. Check out David's videos. So David Lin, and he actually has. If you like MREs, check out his video. If you like some form of more practical construction and more practical way of life for if there's a hurricane. Excuse me, sorry. Bad weather or bad whatever. Just to prep for when it's a rainy day. David Lin has a good channel that is very humble and pretty good. Check it out. Oh, by the way, I found out prepper is one of the channel subcategories that the algorithm doesn't like pushing out. So he is fighting an uphill battles, like the rest of us that are trying to be realistic and not do makeup tutorials. Thank you, YouTube. All right, Mad Dog 3461 states, love that MRE chili. Enjoy your review, sir, and just subbed. Thank you very much. And what he has is another YouTube channel that has MREs and miscellaneous. For example, it's actually very similar to David Lynch. So I'm thinking that's why David Lynch said, hey, if you are supporting these other channels and mentioning these other channels, then possibly that community can start stacking and building up on one another. And I think that's not a bad idea. It's I just don't know how the algorithm works, and honestly, nobody knows. Hell, YouTube doesn't know, since as soon as they find out that someone is actually creating good content, they have to go ahead and censor them. So, thank you again, YouTube. Ben Barnavell, have you thought about cutting 4 to 8 slits in the plastic casing from the top down to the brass, bending them out to resemble a flower? This is in reference to my shotgun shells. Punching out the primer, then using a primer hole for mounting nail. That is an interesting idea. I think I'm going to try that. The thing is, I'm really bad at straight lines. As you might find out with the art that I did with the moon and the other silhouette in a few videos back that I had in the background when I was doing a mic test. I don't do straight lines very well. I try my best, but they're god awful. So I don't know. I'm gonna try that out. I think I'm gonna try that out off camera, since I know I'm gonna butcher that. Okay. Brian Richardson says, audio is great. Stop backbreaking work. Get weed killer spray at night. Okay. And this was about when I was putting mats down and stuff like that. I will never use weed killer spray in my lawn for 2 reasons. One, that shit's expensive. It is. I like long-term cost efficiency. Okay? And weed killer spray, I don't know how much you're supposed to use, but those things are like $20 a jug. Some of the ones that I see, and I don't know if you have to go through like a jug a day, or I have no idea. And quite frankly, if I ever want to build a garden, which is one of my upcoming YouTube videos, if I ever want to build a garden, weed killer is going to really prevent that, and that is going to be very, very unfortunate if I have the chemicals from the weed killer getting into my plants, of which I want to grow, for me to produce like strawberries or what the hell are they called? Strawberries or peas or other plants that are edible. So I'm not going to use weed killer on my lawn. But the mats are working great. If I wanted to pull weeds or just have one small section of where I can just go ahead and just mow. It's one small strip. It's really easy. It takes me less than a minute since I only have what 4 feet wide, like 15 feet long. That's all I have to do is mow and just done. Too easy. But thank you for the advice. All right, David Lynn. You must not be a coffee drinker. This is true. I do not react well with caffeine. I'd make the coffee first. I don't care for Skittles either. Salt, pepper, and Tabasco are my go-to spices. Nice menu 3 review. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Yes. Pepper, surprisingly, does not come in the MREs. I do not know why. Pepper does not come in my MREs. I don't know if that's a new thing, since I thought, my memory is bad, don't get me wrong, but I thought pepper used to come in MREs. I must be wrong. I don't know. But Tabasco, they don't supply that for the most part anymore. Sometimes, but I don't know if they lost a contract or I don't know what happened. But I haven't seen Tabasco in a long time. Back in the day, back when I was in the Army, the MREs had lots of little baby Tabasco bottles. Those are awesome, truly awesome. But that's not the case anymore, which is very unfortunate. But I don't do caffeine. I don't do spicy stuff. I don't really use salt. I just like food the way it's meant to be. So like if you have corn on the cob, just eat the corn on the cob. Don't eat the cob. I don't put salt or sugar or whatever other people put on corn. Hell, typically I don't even put butter on the corn. Yeah. It's just my personal preference. All right, Mad Dog 346 says, "Love those FRH bars. First strike. No, FR as you were. FR. Oh, fuck. Dyslexia. All right. FSR. First strike ready bars, I think they're called. You know it's going to be a good day when you find one in your MRE. That's so true. Also, the Hua bars, oh my goodness. I love those. Yes, they're sticky, but it's like freaking taffy. Yeah, you just very good. I don't know if you can get them as a civilian easily, but if you can, Hua bars. Totally worth it. And they last for a long time. So if there's a company that just sells Hua bars, just stockpile those, like a box or two. If there's any like natural disaster or stuff like that, you're good. 1 bar a day, when push comes to shove, will give you all the energy you need to survive almost anything. And you don't have to worry about humidity. You don't have to worry about dryness. You don't have to worry about anything. It's just that 1 bar. It's like, what the hell is it called? Spinach to Popeye. Oh yeah. All right. GC Global Gaming. Okay. GC Global Gaming currently is making a whole bunch of Fortnite videos. I'm not a big Fortnite fan. Sorry to say, but he used to do a bunch of Halo stuff, and his Halo stuff was really, really high end, really high speed, and quite frankly, he's at a level that I do not think I could ever be at. So if you like Fortnite, that's a channel just to poke at and see what you think. Hager, 1 minute in and the video is already a lot better. There is still a large amount of time where you are quiet. So either rehearse your script or shoot the audio after. Also, you are a funny guy, so out some comedy into it. Okay. Trust me when I say I would love to have a metric ton of comedy. But like I said earlier, I have to be careful not to get demonetized deprioritized by the algorithm before I even get some legroom. So, but I do plan on doing some stand-up at the local clubs in Tucson and stuff. But I have to, once again, I have to be a little careful. I actually do have rehearsed scripts, but the problem is I don't want to be censored to oblivion before I get the chance to actually start my channel. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for the comment stating that my videos are getting better, and I am actively trying to compress the videos so a lot of my issues with stumbling and stammering and stuff like that are mitigated, but I'm working on it. Hopefully over time things are getting better. I am learning the editing software that I have, and if it wasn't for me doing a lot of work at work and I had a little bit more time to work on my videos, I'm working on it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm working on it. Okay, Brian Richardson. What's the crutches for? When I had crutches here, which I returned and now I have a cane, that was for my knee surgery. That's why for a while I didn't have any really good videos coming out with me being active. It was just the it was just the MREs. But while I was recovering for a couple of weeks, I pre-cranked out a whole bunch of videos, primarily MREs. I was doing one video a day for MREs just about, and some other side projects that, yeah, I'm almost to the end of those videos. So soon it'll be not live, but a lot more recent, since on Saturdays I create my videos, and then Saturday morning and Wednesday morning at 0500 Arizona time, that's when the videos come out. The reason why I don't do it during the weekday is there's weekdays that I work 12 hours a day. When I get home, I just want to eat, crash, and burn. Okay? So I got, that's not a drug reference, crash and burn for all those YouTube analysts. It's a common saying. So get used to it. All right. Oh, and by the way, the number one most censored video so far was my lumberjack video. My lumberjack video was censored by YouTube more than any other video that I have produced yet. I don't know if it's because there's a lot of Wood references? I don't know if it's because you had females log rolling and they're like, oh my goodness, this has got to be censored since you have like a wet shirt competition. No, it's a log rolling competition. YouTube, grow the fuck up. Demonetize. Fuck you. Sorry, that's to YouTube. Alrighty. So the crutches were for my knee surgery. Now, Joe Getty, which produce weightlifting videos, of which some of his weightlifting videos gave me some ideas on future productions, but he says, "What's up, kiddo?" Okay. I'm making YouTube videos, as you can see. I'm doing my best and working in Tucson, Arizona, since quite frankly, Minnesota is too damn cold. So that's what's up with me. Alright, David Lynn. Good morning, Hager. Beef stew is one of my favorite menus. I prefer boiling the FRHs. No, boiling to the FRH. I really can't see the specifics from a distance. I prefer the closer view showing the food items. I just posted an unpacked video of an Anne-Marie 24-hour ration. Thank you for sharing. I actually watched that video and I agree. I like seeing the food. I like seeing that a lot better than the far view. But I received several comments, mainly through email actually, that they wanted to see me in the videos. They wanted to see how I'm reacting, how I'm working instead of actually the food itself. Like if you want to watch MREs, you want to see the product, not the person. But I was trying different methods and getting different reactions. Some people like the far, some like the near. So I might do intermixing. I will, however, be getting a second camera eventually. I'm thinking September. That's right, September. And when I get that second camera, I can film both far distance and up close, and then through editing, bounce them back and forth. That is my plan there. But if I'm picking up a nice camera, I have to save up for that, since like I said, with videos like log rolling, I get demonetized and censored severely. Good morning, sir. Oh, this is from David Lynn again. Good morning, sir. I have found good lighting to be very important in my in the making of a video. That's another reason why I picked this room. This is the brightest room in the house. I know, it's pretty sad. But I am working on a lighting solution too, so yeah. Audio is critical too. However, I find my iPhone 7 has an excellent built-in mic. I can't speak to the sound quality of the internal mic outside on a windy day. Thank you for sharing. I'm not touching an iPhone. I've experience with iPhones. I have bad luck. But thank you very much. And yes, windy days are very difficult with phones that I have seen. That's why I tried the mic setup. But my Samsung Note should be comparable to the iPhone 7 for picture quality and mic quality for controlled areas. All right, GC Global Gaming states, you made that sculpture thing? All right. This is referencing the Mike episode. I will be doing a couple of scenes with my metal sculpture that I did. Yes, I did. And I showed a few people the making of a silhouette, which took a long time to do. And I was told no one would be interested, so I deleted all those sections. I do not know why I deleted all those sections, but I did. So, how to make art? I might do in the future. I might not do. But basically, I had a silhouette of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it glows, and it's really cool. But I was told, not very interesting. So, probably going to show it in the background for the next month of review instead of having cardboard boxes. But yeah. All right, Lucy Downing Hager says, love the sculpture, British hat, and I can tell the mic works. Okay. That sculpture, that silhouette, was not a British hat. It's Nightmare Before Christmas, two people standing on a mountain with a moon background. But thank you anyway. GC Global Gaming states, tip, get a good thumbnail picture for your video. Yes, I am learning how to do thumbnail videos, and it's going to take a little bit more time because I need to work on it. I know. Thumbnails and descriptions. I'm just trying to crank out videos for now until it's routine. I'm actually learning, and I don't feel too comfortable in front of a camera, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and really make things more natural. Same person. Work on your video titles more clear. Work on making your titles more catchy. Yes. Thumbnails, titles, descriptions. Got it. Mad Dog 346 state, the beef taco is one of my favorite menus in the US MREs. Enjoy your review, my friend. Cool. So that was the YouTube videos, and I pulled a bunch of the comments. There were a lot of positive comments, and only one comment that I deleted. Only one. And that comment was, go kill yourself. But I'm not going to go ahead and shout that person out for what their name is, since it's very possible that they are having a bad day, and the last thing I need is to point them out. But yes, I will delete your comment if you're telling me to go kill myself. All right, here's an email that I got from Ben Barneville. Greetings, I came up with an interesting video scavenger hunt for you. As you may be aware, USA donated several tons of war and food support to the USSR during World War II. And Estonian was telling me that the Soviets were still using those rations in the 70s. Makes sense. Perhaps you could track down one of those US-made USSR rations for your channel. It would be pretty nifty to see C rations with Cyrillic writing. I wonder if they took one of those rations and spread it among 6 people. The good old Russian stereotype. Have some fun. That would be very cool. I don't know how likely it is, since here's the thing. I still haven't been monetized. MREs and ration packs and stuff like that, they're expensive. If I wanted to keep this up and just do MRE videos on a regular basis, I need YouTube to stop censoring my channel. Therefore, I can go ahead and make at least enough money to cover the rations. Since I'd love to do foreign rations around the world and stuff like this, historical. Hey, this is what they had. Did you know? Kind of thing. But it is hard to acquire those resources in on a budget. Okay. Two thoughts. First, we have watched several MRE videos of yours. To spice it up, find old MREs, aka C rations, or accurately recreate rations from the 1800s. See, now that's an idea that I might want to implement. Create old food that they served in different armies. Second, blini history, making it, etc. Yes, blini, Russian pancakes, or crepes, whatever people want to call them. That's on the menu. It's en route. I recently made a batch that ended up sitting out for 5 days. The blinis tasted the same 4 hours after cooking as 5 days. Do they keep so well due to high oil? I do not know what keeps blini good for so many days. Could be the high oil. Could be the fact that it's flour and milk. Milk and eggs probably shouldn't be out. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I can find out. All right, please send receipt of this email. Look forward to hearing your thoughts. Watched your shotgun lights episode. Here we go. I definitely enjoyed these gems. Don't want to give yourself a new belly button. I didn't want to be responsible for stupid. Oh, so true. So true. I have a couple of things to note. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you figured out how to punch the primers out. At one point, I was reloading roughly 500 shells a week in a single stage press. I understand completely how efficiency becomes a huge factor. So true. I enjoyed, although you will get too much flack for it, that you did not edit out the Dremel footage. I am jealous of your nice rotary tool, by the way. Well, I work hard. I buy equipment. It's self-investment. If I could go back, honestly, I wouldn't do it. I'm not efficient enough with the rotary tool to justify the cost. It is more like what we were talking on the journey with you, rather than simply telling us how it's done. And yes, I am going to try and remember to do that more often. Say, hey, let's do this together. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I think the YouTube that I sent out today, that's one of the things that I mentioned. Possible improvements. Woo! Constructive criticism. Here we go. All right. To create a greater affinity for yourself and more videos, introduce yourself and give an overview of what your video will entail. If you recognize the video that I posted today, assuming I post this today, I believe, oh wait, no, Wednesday, upcoming Wednesday. All right, the upcoming Wednesday is when I'm gonna be doing this. And then I've implemented some of these. Hey, which is proof that I actually read these. All right. Be sure your face is in the camera, not disembodied heads. Yes, I need to figure out a way. If anyone knows a tactic where I can see the screen of my phone while I'm doing videos, so I can know, hey, am I in the camera? Since I don't have another body to help me. Possibly explain why you don't have all the answers and that we are learning together. Wednesday, you'll see what I did and hopefully you'll like it. Explain at the start of your videos whether or not your video is likely to be demonetized due to subject matter. That's a good idea, but I did not think log rolling was going to be demonetized. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. The video camera goes in and out of focus, which can be very annoying for viewers. I believe that the best videographs setup their shot as best they can, and they lock the focus at a desired range. I don't know how to do that with my phone yet. If you want to get these things really fancy, you will set up multiple cameras for different angles and splice them together in post. That's why September, I'm saving up for my next camera. But cameras are expensive. They're very expensive. And I need to save for that. Sorry. All right. So September, that's my goal. Although this gives a nifty effect and level of polish, it exponentially increases the amount of time and frustration the project receives. Near the end of my time as a venue concert performer, I was running between 2 and 5 cameras depending on the venue and lighting. That one still pisses me off. Yes, it's nice to have a professional videographer helping me out and giving me advice. I do appreciate this. Trust me. I'm going to grow and then tell me things are getting better, things are getting worse. Please tell me. Voice pickup for the mic has similar problems to that above. I recommend a cheap lavalier microphone. Try and pick up one of those with decent mid-tones and wind exclusion. I picked up the wind little mic thing after this, so hopefully this is good. I wish I had known you wanted those about 5 years ago. I wish I knew I was doing YouTubes 5 years ago. I wish I started YouTubes 5 years ago. Things actually might have been monetized back then. Actually, they were. All right. Although I dislike the practice, another way to up your videos is by creating custom thumbnails for the videos. Often this is associated with clickbait jerks who greatly embellish the content of their videos, but it works. Yes, thumbnails, like a little picture, is very important. I understand that, but I do like things authentic too, so it's hard. It's a tough balance. Otherwise, keep it up. I enjoy the films. I enjoy walking through the project with you. If you want any ideas for projects, let me know. Thank you very much, everyone. And HAGER'S Hangout, monthly, after every month, I'm hoping to do a video like this. So tell me if you like this, tell me if you don't, and I will see what I can do. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.